Bhumjaithai party secured a nationwide election victory, while the People's Party finished second.
A closer look at the Bhumjaithai party's key campaign policies shaping its agenda. Chinese New Year 2026 to be celebrated nationwide with major events, auspicious check-in spots, and shopping promotions.
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Thai Pulse. We start this week's episode with the hottest issue of the week, the general election, which has just ended on February 8th. So the result is here, but I need to say that it is unofficial result. So the Bhumjaithai, of course, a rather conservative party, won the election under the lead of Mr. Anutin Chanvirakul. He's also the current Prime Minister, who is also a Prime Ministerial candidate for the party. So the party has pulled off quite a big win, sweeping 20 provinces with almost 200 seats in total out of 500 members of representative parliament. But the People's Party came in second in terms of the numbers of a total number of seats, even though they swept Bangkok. And the Pheu Thai Party, which last election secured a second place in number of seats, this time finished in third place. As for constitutional referendum, a majority of people voted in favor, so we'll have a new constitution soon. The outcome of the election, of course, unexpectedly went against most pre-election polls, which has shown the People's Party in the lead. So why Bhumjaithai won? From all the information that I read on the internet, many experts say that it consists of many reasons, including the nationalism. Well, nationalism, of course, fueled by Thai-Cambodian border conflict. It's part of the party's key campaign themes. So Thailand's border provinces with Cambodia, if you look at the result, the provinces like Ubon Ratchathani,ศรีสะเกษ Surin, Sa Kaeo, Chanthaburi, and Trat. It's 3/4 of all border constituencies voted for Blue Party, which is Bhumjaithai. I think that shows a lot of the sentiment of nationalism already. So the other reasons is the candidates that Bhumjaithai successfully switched from other party to their own party. So in Thailand, I need to tell you that there are two systems of voting members of parliament. There are constituency seats and party list seats. That's the flexibility of the system. Just to be simple, constituency seats, people vote for the local candidate that will work for them, that would develop their own region. Right. And the party list seat, people vote for the party that they like. And Bhumjaithai understands that very well, so they successfully switched key men of regional candidates into their own party. So that's one of the big reasons why they won this year. So what happened next? The Election Commission needs to officially endorse the election results. Then Mr. Anutin said that he will start talks with coalition party, and we'll see later who will become the government in the parliament.
All right.
So you told me before that you actually registered for advanced voting, right?
Yeah, because my house registration is still in Singapore province, so I did an advanced registration for the election, and yeah, it was smooth, but I think there could be more public announcement, so that more would know about the registration, because I think certain groups of people didn't know about it.
But you successfully voted.
I did, yeah.
Right. Actually, I went out to vote on that day in the morning, and I was surprised that the turnout was very impressive. I mean, if you compare to the time when I was young, but if you look statistically, I mean the figure, the turnout this year lagged behind last election. So let's wait for the EC's endorsement of the official result, and I hope that we will know which parties would go to the ruling bloc of the new government soon.
And up next is the timeline from election day to Prime Minister. So from the election day, February 8th, according to the law, the Election Commission needs to endorse the result in 60 days, meaning April 9th, 2026. After the results are endorsed, the first parliamentary session must be held to elect the Speaker of the House within 15 days. If counted from the final endorsement date on April 9th, the session would need to take place by April 24th, 2026. Under the 2017 Constitution, the Prime Minister must be chosen from a list of candidates submitted in advance by political parties. To be eligible, the nominating party must hold at least 5% of all seats in the House of Representatives, meaning a minimum of 25 members of Parliament. A prime ministerial nomination must be endorsed by at least 1/10 of all member of parliaments or 50 lawmakers. And the candidate must then secure more than half of the votes in the House to be elected. After the Prime Minister is chosen, a cabinet of no more than 35 ministers is formed and formally appointed by the King. Ministers must take an oath before the King, and within 15 days, the cabinet must present its policy statement to Parliament. Once the government is in place, the leader of the opposition is appointed from the largest non-government party in the House. However, the Constitution does not specify a clear time frame for how many days the appointment of a Prime Minister must take place. Many Thai media outlets expect Thailand will have a new Prime Minister by April and cabinets by May.
Right, and the opposition, of course, will be People's Party.
Yes,
the leader of the opposition. So let's look into the outstanding policies which have been campaigned by Bhumjaithai. We start with the foreign affairs policies. If you look at the party's website, I mean, this information I took from the party's website and also by listening to the key candidates of the party. So the party proposes policy with the slogan, Thailand standing tall on the global stage. In the website, it is written that Thai diplomacy must be proactive and comprehensive, covering all dimensions from the economy and security to the fight against transnational crime, including scams, human trafficking, and drug trafficking. Thailand must play an active role in making the world a better place while securing a prominent and respected position on the global stage. And by listening to the key candidate of the party, which is also the second prime ministerial candidate of the party, Mr. Sihasak Phongketkaew, he's the current foreign affairs minister. Mr. Sihasak stated that over the next 4 years, Thailand must break free from the cycle of conflict and restore its role on the international stage with dignity. He emphasized that foreign affairs are not a distant issue as they are directly linked to the quality of life, living conditions, and economic opportunities of the people. So do you see the nuance of nationalism in this policy? Right. What about the economic policies? Well, there are many written on the website, but I just picked out some which I think the most interesting. There is a half and half plus. So Mr. Anutin say if Bhumjaithai is elected, he would continue this program. Half and half plus is a co-payment program designed to help with daily living costs while boosting local spending. Just take it by the name, half and half. So you spend half, the government spend half. And this campaign works very well because it focuses on everyday essentials of ordinary people. You go to the market, you buy some food with registered merchants, you pay half and the government pay half digitally, right? So it keeps money circulating in communities and it focuses also on small local businesses. So people are very in favor of it. That's the key policy of Bhumjaithai. And they said they would integrate the half and half plus with state welfare card, which benefits low-income household.
Right.
And the other economic policy framework, Bhumjaithai has a framework called 10 plus measures, which consists of 10 policies. But I selected some, for example, empowering Thai SMEs with funding and guarantees so they can compete on any stage. fixing bread and butter economic issues, and improving livelihoods for low-income and small-scale earners, and also boosting investment through public-private co-investment program to drive long-term growth. Most important of all, Bhumjaithai promised 3% of GDP growth, right, for Thailand again. For trade and industrial policy, Mrs. Supajee Suthampan, the current Commerce Minister and also the key man of Bhumjaithai, we often saw her on the stage while campaigning for the party. She proposes a policy focusing on connecting Thailand to global trade networks, supporting farmers, SMEs, and targeted industries, and position Thailand strategically amid growing geopolitical tensions. So she said that rather than focusing on any single bloc, Thailand should add value and become a trusted trade partner within global supply chains. So the key highlights of the policy that she spoke about include raising agricultural value without subsidies by expanding markets and improving pricing, upgrading services sector to high-value sectors such as healthcare, creative industries, and content, bartering trade proposals, including exchanging agricultural products for large purchases like defense equipment to stabilize farmers' incomes, diversifying Thai rice varieties and promoting premium and GI-certified products to compete on value, not volume. Okay, next, the security policies of Bhumjaithai, which I think one of the main reasons that make them one, but this is just my opinion. The party proposes to replace conscripted soldiers with volunteer troops. So if you want to be a soldier, if you want to fight, if you're a patriot, if you want to fight for the country, the party proposes the application with designated salary of at least 12,000 baht per month, like a career, right? And the party also introduces the so-called security wall, a wall, physical wall, and metaphorical wall also. According to Mr. Ekanath Prompan, a party list MP candidate of Bhumjaithai, the policy has ranked number 1 in public support. So it proposes physical walls by the Thai border. According to Mr. Ekanath, this does not mean building walls along the entire border, but focuses on strategic and high-risk areas. He also added that the party's approach would combine different forms of barriers, including tax and trade measures, to address modern threats such as drugs, smuggling, and illegal goods. But if you notice, I think this time all the parties focus on economic policies a lot because the economy of Thailand the growth is not that good.
Well, to be honest, has there ever been a good economy in Thailand, right?
But the security measures, I mean, we must admit that the sense of nationalism has risen a lot since the Thai-Cambodian border. And Bhumjaithai knows that. So I think they have been understanding that very well, and that led to their victory.
Right. So for our first break concerning the election, for our second break, we're going to be back with more updates for Thailand and beyond.
During Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother's royal visit to the northern provinces of Thailand, Her Majesty graciously learned of the many hardships faced by local villagers, particularly their lack of occupational knowledge and access to adequate food sources for daily living. Deeply concerned for their well-being, Her Majesty expressed her royal wish to improve the quality of life of the people. Guided by this vision, Her Majesty graciously initiated the establishment of a model farm, a center for agricultural training. The first of these farms was established in 1997 at Ban Khun Tat, Jom Thong District, Chiang Mai Province. The model farm project under the Royal Initiative was created to provide employment and improve living standards for rural communities. The project encourages villagers to pursue stable occupations, and earn reliable incomes to support their families. It also promotes raising native livestock and sustainable food sources and emphasizes the conservation of natural resources to preserve ecological richness for future generations. Furthermore, the project serves as a center for agricultural education, research, and technology transfer. In addition, Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother, sought to extend assistance to those affected by the 1997 economic crisis, particularly individuals who had lost their employment. To provide them with sustainable opportunities, Her Majesty graciously commanded the expansion of the Model Farm project to other provinces across all regions of Thailand, now covering more than 17 locations nationwide. On the auspicious occasion of Her Majesty's birthday anniversary on August 12, 2002, Her Majesty delivered a royal address to well-wishers who came to offer their birthday facilitations at Dusit Dalai Hall, Jitlada Villa, Dusit Palace. In part, Her Majesty stated, quote, "I once thought that if each country could increase its food production, it would greatly help prevent famine in the future. That is why I initiated the Model Farm project. Moreover, when villagers came to me and said they had no work, and even after finishing their studies, they could not find employment, I allowed them to work at the model farms. At the same time, they learned the correct methods of raising livestock. And when they left, they could use that knowledge to raise their animals properly and sustainably." End quote. The model farm project under the Royal Initiative at Ban Khun Tet, Jom Thong District, Chiang Mai Province, has successfully created livelihoods and sustainable food sources for its residents in Doi Gao sub-district, as well as for residents of nearby communities. The project has also revitalized the local ecosystem through reforestation with native rattan species, the construction of mixed and semi-permanent check dams, and watershed rehabilitation efforts. These initiatives have restored the moisture balance of the surrounding forests and created sustainable water sources for household consumption and agriculture. Today, more than 800 households benefit from these resources, living in harmony with nature and in accordance with Her Majesty's enduring vision of self-reliance and well-being.
Swadika, welcome back to Thai Pulse. Now for this break, let's begin with the latest in global markets. So first of all, let me ask you, do you invest in gold?
I plan to.
Oh,
but I don't know
right?
how because the price fluctuates a lot. So I was going to buy one last week and then my friends who are experts in investment told me, don't. And then I planned this week and they told me, now, and the next day, don't. So I don't know anymore.
Well, it depends on what kind of gold you're investing in. But
A bar.
Right. For me, I mostly focus on mutual funds.
Right.
Because for me, I think it feels the safest. I don't really have time to focus on the numbers every single period of the day or every single day, right? So mutual fund for me is like a safe haven, especially investing in gold. So, and also I do think that it's one of the safest investment that one should make as well. So speaking of which, gold prices have surged back above $5,000 per ounce following a volatile trading week. On Monday morning, February 9th, the precious metal climbed as investors moved back in after recent price swings. This rebound comes amid heightened market attention on upcoming U.S. economic data, including employment and inflation figures. Typically, gold rises when investors seek safe havens, especially in times of uncertainty or economic stress. Recent turbulence in global markets, including currency fluctuations and mixed signals from central banks, boosted demand for gold. Analysts pointed to factors such as weakness in the US dollar, making gold cheaper for buyers in other currencies, expectations of potential shifts in fiscal policy abroad, continued pressure on major currencies like the Japanese yen, which can influence global capital flows toward gold. As of the latest session, gold had climbed about 1.5%, trading just above the $5,000 an ounce mark. Other precious metals also saw gains, such as silver rose by more than 2%. Platinum and palladium also moved higher. However, even with the rebound, gold remains below its recent peak, which was set last month. Investors are closely watching key U.S. economic reports later this week, including jobs data and inflation readings, for clues on which interest rates might be headed. Now, for gold prices in Thailand also reflect the global trend on domestic market. 96.5% gold ornaments are selling around 75,000 baht per baht weight, slightly down from previous sessions. Gold bars are trading in a similar range with minor adjustments. These local price movements are influenced by global supply and demand, currency exchange rates, and importer costs. For Thai consumers and investors, gold continues to be both a cherished asset and a hedge against economic uncertainty, especially for those seeking long-term value preservation. The rebound suggests that despite recent volatility, investors still see gold as a reliable store of value, especially in uncertain markets. Central banks, institutional investors, and individual buyers all play a role in supporting demand. With critical U.S. data on the horizon, gold could remain sensitive to broader economic signals, including inflation trends and monetary policy expectations. So, every single kind of investments, there are risks. So you should take it at your own risks for this, even though gold is a safe haven.
Right. It doesn't matter how it rebounds. I still see a long queue out of the gold shops. Yeah, I don't know if people go there for selling or for buying, but I think both. Right.
Yeah.
So next issue, we've been very serious since the beginning of the program. Now let's go to a lighter issue. Tomorrow it will be Chinese New Year, the first day. Where do you plan to go?
First of all, I'm planning to go to the one of the Thai Chinese temple to pray. Because,
in Chinatown, right?
Thai Chinese people and Chinese people, we believe in unlucky zodiacs, right? On Chinese New Year. Whenever there's a Chinese New Year, we would check if we're one of the unlucky zodiacs. If we are, like me, I'm 50% unlucky, so I will be having to pray at the temple, asking for the deities to take care of me, basically.
Right. Yeah. I didn't know there is a percentage.
Yes, there is like 100%, 75%.
But how do they measure?
I don't know. I have no idea.
By the degrees of the planets? Or
yeah, like if you're 100%, usually you have to be careful of all aspects. But 50% for me mostly is about health.
Right,
yeah.
Right. So those of you who have no place to go, I have some check-in spots to propose to you to enjoy during the Chinese New Year. Because I assure you, Chinese New Year is a big thing in Thailand.
Yes.
It's almost like a nationwide festival, So first, a very iconic mall, Icon Siam, beside Chao Phraya River. Icon Siam Prosperous Chinese New Year 2026, featuring auspicious worship zones, lion and dragon dances, live performances by international artists, street food, and shopping promotions. Next, Siam Paragon. It will transform into a central city Chinese New Year landmark, featuring large-scale lantern displays, art installations, cultural performances from Chinese troops, exclusive appearances by Chinese and Thai artists, and charity fortune-telling activities. Next, Chinatown. Chinatown is the key festive zone every year in Bangkok for Chinese New Year, but unfortunately, this year Chinatown will not host any event due to a mourning period for the passing of Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother. But the illuminated decorations are still on, so you can visit, take photos for your Instagram. It's very picturesque and very beautiful. And next, for people who are bored of Bangkok, Nakhon Sawan. Have you attended?
No, unfortunately.
Nakhon Sawan province. In Nakhon Sawan province, the Chinese New Year festival in Pak Nam Po area is also a big thing. It already begins on February 11th and will last until 21st. So Nakhon Sawan Pak Nam Po Chinese New Year festival features grand parades, cultural performances, religious ceremonies, and tourism activities as well. So these are nationwide celebrations of Chinese New Year's.
Before we end this week's episode, I'm going to give you something hot. And I mean burning hot, not in a good way, unfortunately. So nowadays, for several years now in Thailand, we face this problem every single year, mostly at the end of the year and early of the year. Air quality problem. Even today, according to the air quality
data
application, says that the air quality skyrocketed up to 156.
in the morning, right?
Is red.
I felt something.
Yeah, you can actually see it, and you can actually sense it, especially if you have allergies. It's just very bad. So according to the application Air Visual that I use very often, I check the air quality every day. And on certain days, it goes up to 156 or 160, like red zone everywhere. And you can actually see it.
Yeah.
It's very obvious.
Right.
The satellite data released this week shows a concerning scale of burnt land across Thailand. According to the Geoinformatics and Space Technology Development Agency, or GISTA, a total of 2.26 million rai, that's about 884,000 acres, was recorded as burned during January 2026 this year alone. This figure highlights the ongoing challenge of fire-related land clearing and its broader impact on air quality and public health. Farmers often use fire to clear fields for a new planting season, a practice that reduces labor and costs, quickly removes stubble and crop residue. So that is why it's very popular amongst farmers.
Right.
That's why they do it. But the consequence is smoke and haze, which can linger when weather conditions trap pollution close to the ground. This trapped smoke contributes to higher levels of PM2.5, a fine particulate matter that poses risks to respiratory health. While agricultural burning is a traditional land management technique, the scale this year raises concern. PM2.5 exposure is linked to asthma and bronchitis, cardiovascular stress, and also other respiratory issues, especially for children, the elderly, and people with pre-existing conditions, especially with people with allergies like me. GISTA is providing hotspot and burned area data to relevant agencies to support proactive wildfire control, fuel management planning, and haze mitigation efforts. The agency has also urged the public to avoid open burning and use its online system to monitor fire data in real life. Public participation and awareness are essential in managing this challenge, especially during months when stagnant air conditions can trap smoke and limit visibility. So before you go outdoors, you need to at least check the air quality through any platform. And if it's not that good, you should wear a medical mask just to be safe. And at home, I would suggest having at least one air purifier. It doesn't have to be an expensive one.
Yeah.
All right. And those are all for this week's episode. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Stay safe, stay well. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ